All right. On this video, what I'm going to do is I am going to show you how to do it's like a corner to corner granny stitch. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's have our worsted weight yarn, our 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. Now, the reason why it's called a corner to corner granny, it's very much like doing a granny square, right? Where you would chain 5, work your slip stitch to join and form a ring, right? Just like that. Normally what you would do is chain up 3, right? And work your 2 double crochets into the ring, okay? So, and typically you would work all the way around and work 3 double crochet clusters into that ring, and each cluster is separated by a chain 2. But this is going to be a little bit different. So, let me go ahead and start this over, show you what I mean. So, make the slip knot, put that on the hook, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? And what you're going to do, you're going to work 3 double crochets into the first, let me show you here, into the first chain that you made. So, and yes, they all fit. There's 1, 2, and 3. And then what you have here is you have a chain 3 on this side and a chain 1. That represents a double crochet on its own. So what you're going to want to do is chain 1 and work another double crochet into that same chain. Okay? And it'll look like this. Both sides match. You have your chain 3 on this side that represents a double crochet. Then you have your 3 double crochets, chain 1, and a double crochet on the other side. So now what you're going to want to do is chain 4, because that's your double crochet into chain 1. This is going to form the edge right here. Turn your work and work 3 double crochets right into this chain space here. So, you're going to be making your granny clusters like this. And they're going to form a triangular shape. Chain 1, okay, jump over these and work your next 3 double crochets right into this space here on the other side. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now it has to match the other side, because remember, we've got our chain here and this represents a double crochet. So chain 1 and work a double crochet in there. That same space. You may want to slide it over just to make everything nice and triangular. So what we're doing is, as you'll see, and I'll show you how to change colors too. This is going to form this edge, and this is going to go up this way and form that edge. So how do you go up this side at this point? Well, you need to do a double crochet or the equivalent, right? So therefore you would chain 4, there's your chain 3, there's your double crochet, and there's your chain 1. Turn your work right in here, work your 3 double crochets and a chain 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, chain 1. And now we've got to come across this edge here. So we're going to work our 3 double crochets and chain 1 into this space here. Okay. So there's 1, 2, 3. I'll put some more yarn off of this roll, right? And then chain 1, right? Then we work our 3 double crochets right in here, okay, as well as a chain 1 and another double crochet. So you're going to do the 3 right into that space. If you feel like you want to work into the top of the chain, you could do that if you feel like that's more secure. I generally don't. Chain 1, because I like to slide the group a little bit closer in. And then our last double crochet. Do it one more time. We got to do our chain 4, which is that double crochet in a chain 1, turn the work. If I clear my throat a lot, it's because I'm getting over strep throat, and I do have some irritation in the throat still. 3 double crochets and a chain 1 right in here, right in this little hole here. So here we go. There's the first one, second one, third one, chain 1, jump over to the next space and work the 3 double crochets. Pardon me. And a chain 1. Now work 3 double crochets and a chain 1 into that next space. See, you're jumping over these clusters and working into the spaces. And here we are at the edge again, so it's going to be 3 1 1. 3 double crochets, one chain, 1 double crochet. So let's take a look and see what we've got so far. This is forming a nice little triangle. That's what you want. So let's say you were making a scarf. This could possibly be your bottom edge, and this could be your long edge. And you would keep going like that until you get to the width that you want and the length that you want. Now let's say that you wanted to change color. Let me find another color here that would be a really good one to use here. This is good. So, changing color is super easy. Okay. I'm going to pull this out. Okay, so let's start from this point. We have our 3 double crochets, chain 1. You start to work your next double crochet, but then you stop when you have 2 loops on your hook, right? So let's say we want to use this green color. The way I do it is this. I'll leave a bit of a long tail. Just lay it over the hook like that, pull it through the last 2 loops, make sure that's kind of snug. And using both of these yarns here, the new green color, I'll chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn the work. Find the tail. Let that fall to the back. That kind of weaves in. Yes, it does make a really fat. You don't have to do it that way. You can just do a regular chain 3. But I do it that way to make sure the tail is secure. And then you just go on to do your 3. Whoopsie. Naughty crocheter. 3 double crochets and a chain 1. Right? Skip over these 3 and then go to the next space. Work 3 double crochet, chain 1, go to the next space, work 3 double crochets, right there, chain 1, go to the next space, work 3 double crochets, chain 1, and in this one at the end, 3 double crochets, chain 1, and another double crochet. Oops, a little slip there. There we go. And our last double crochet. Slide that in a little bit closer. So we've done a color change. Yes, this is a little bit fat, but overall it really won't be all that noticeable. So let's keep going. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 4 rows in green. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn the work right here. 3 double crochets. Chain 1 and work 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets. My apologies, I bumped my camera there, my phone. I'm just using a simple iPhone to film this, that's all. No big deal, right? One more. 3 double crochets and a chain 1. I probably shouldn't talk too much because I'm afraid I'm going to start coughing. Chain 1, and then once again into this space here, 3 double crochets, a chain, and a double crochet. You can sort of bury that tail under there as well a little bit. No worries. You can slide that over a little bit. Chain 1. And by the way, you can work the tail by putting the tail between the working yarn and your hook and just pull it through like that. Now, chain 4, because we're doing another part of the edge, right? We're doing our 3rd row of green, so let's flip this, turn the work, into this space here, 3 double crochets and a chain 1. Okay, chain 1. Jump over the next 3 and into the space, 3 double crochets and a chain 1. I get a little too excited and go a little too fast. I need to slow down, I think. And chain 1, a little more yarn here, 3 double crochets, chain 1, okay, 3 double crochets in the next space, chain 1. Like I said, do forgive me if I have to clear my throat or pause to take in a little water because of the scratchiness of my throat right now. Chain 1. Come on now. Come on now, Missy, you know better. Little slippage of the hook. How can I? And we are back to the edge. Okay. So we're going to work our 3 doubles, 1 chain, 1 double. So here's our double crochets. Obviously, I'm using American terms because here's the thing. What we call a double crochet is yarn over, insert the hook, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops over here. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's what we call a double crochet. But in the UK, it's called a treble. I use American terms. Here we go. Chain 1, 1 double crochet. Okay, what do we got here? Let's take a look at our work. Looking sweet. We got 4 rows of off-white or ivory. We've got 3 rows of green, so let's do 1 more green and then change color again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn the work. And right here into this first space are 3 double crochets. We still want it to be longer, so we keep doing that. Chain 1. What's wrong with me today? What is wrong with me today? 3 double crochets. Okay, chain 1. 3 double crochets, and as you go across you do have to do more of these individual clusters because it gets wider. Okay, chain 1. 3 double crochets. Okay, chain 1. 3 double crochets. You start to sound like a broken record after a while. 3 double crochets, chain 1, but that's what it is. If you can make a double crochet and a chain, you can do this project. This would make a great cowl or infinity scarf. Pardon me, I am going to need to pause and take in a little bit of water here. My throat's getting a little scratchy again. So let's take a look at what we've got here. I'm going to need a little bit of a refill here, so I do have some Avion here, cucumber mint. It's non-caffeinated, non-sweetened, but it has a nice light flavor, so I like to have this nearby to soothe my throat a little bit while I'm talking. Pardon me. It does, it has, this is what I'm drinking right now. Very nice light flavor. Not too overpowering. Over ice, it's nice and cool. It's really, really lovely. So that was just a momentary pause so I can get a little bit of water in my throat. I needed that so bad. So let's continue with our 3 double crochets and chain 1. Okay, chain 1, and here we go, 3 double crochets, chain 1, and another double crochet to form the edge. Oops. Come on, Missy. I berate myself. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's time to change color. So, let's say that we want to use, I'm going to grab a third color here. So give me just 2 seconds. Let's say that we want to use a nice gold color. I'm not talking about yellow, I'm talking about a nice gold. So, lay it over the hook, pull it through. Something else that you can do when you're changing color, by the way, is simply work a slip stitch. This is another way to do it. You know, pull it snug with that tail, and then chain 4 and continue. So we'll turn this work. Need to cut the green yarn real quick. And there's our little space where we work our 3 double crochets. And the chain 1. 3 double crochets. And a chain 1. So I guess we can do 4 rows of this color. Okay. This would be also a great stash buster if you have a lot of random colors that you wanted to just get rid of from other projects that you didn't use up all the yarn. This would be a great stash buster. I have made an entire blanket out of just like scrap yarns, in random colors separated by rows of white. And it's huge, and it's one of the Afghans I use on the regular, even though here in Florida it's kind of warm, and it's often a little too warm for crochet Afghans, which is kind of a problem for crafters, but hey, I'm gonna crochet anyway. Okay, so we're continuing on with our lovely 3 double crochets and chain 1. Here we go, we're back on the edge, so what we're gonna do is 3, 1, and 1. Ooh, there we go. 1 and 1. Here we go. Chain 4. Let's take a look here and see how this looks so far. Actually, I think this would make a really pretty scarf, really. Keep going like that, right? So, turn the work and start working into that first space right there. Okay. Chain 1, 3 doubles, and a chain 1. Draw a little bit more yarn. 3 doubles. Chain 1. Three doubles. This is when it's kind of great to have a movie on or something while you're working. A friend of mine has set up a Plex account where he and I can watch movies together, even though I am in Florida and he's in West Virginia. And last night we watched Interstellar together. Thought it was a very good story. I like Matthew McConaughey. And I really liked that story. It really kind of messed with the mind a little bit. You know, different dimensions and whatnot, and being able to reach out to people from other dimensions, whether or not humans can even get there, the whole 9 yards. It was very, very well done. Okay, here we go. We're at the edge. So we do our 3, 1, 1. 3 double crochets. 1 chain and 1 double crochet. Chain 4. So we can turn the work and go back across again. Okay. By the way, as you can see, this is considered the pretty side of double crochet. This is the not pretty side. So this is not pretty, pretty, not pretty, pretty, not pretty, pretty, not pretty, pretty. It alternates. And when you're doing giant granny squares, by the way, alternating them like that, turning the work, will prevent a twist from turning up in your work. Just a little note there. I'll have to do a video on that and show you what that looks like. So we come into that first space and we work our 3 double crochets. Chain 1. Work our 3 double crochets. We chain 1. Guess what we're going to do next? We're going to do 3 double crochets. Right there. Chain 1. While I'm working on this, I will see. Here's the thing. For a long time in my life, I was a bookworm, so I wasn't one for watching movies very much, and that's why I had never seen movies like Interstellar or A Fish Called Wanda or things like that. I was far more of a book person. But my friend David set up this Plex account, and he's really got me interested in seeing all these different stories. And he's got well over 2,100 movies uploaded. So we have a lot to choose from. Okay, let's see. It's like having a free Netflix account. Okay, chain 1. Okay, here we go. Chain 1. If I keep touching my phone, I please offer my apologies. I'm just really enthusiastic about getting this done. Hee 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 hee. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. Believe me, when I made an Afghan size one of these, it took forever to get across a row. It really did. It's almost queen size. It's huge. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do our 3-1-1 here. 3 doubles. Okay. Here. Chain 1 and a double. Let's take a look at this so far. Wow, look at that. Oh my goodness. Wow. Ooh, that's pretty. Those are nice autumn colors. One, 2, 3, 4. Two. I have a fan blowing and I'm still warm. 3. Chain 1. Pardon me. Okay. 3 double crochets. Chain 1. All the way across. The yarn is sticking to my fingers because my hands are clammy. Three double crochets. My hands are really, really clammy right now. Chain 1. Pardon me. Oh, the clamminess, it's making me crazy. Such is life in Florida. There we go. Three doubles, chain 1. My apologies. Oh, I have a fan blowing and my hands are still slightly damp. 3 double crochets. Chain 1. Three double crochets. Chain 1. Almost done with this. Three double crochets, chain 1. We're at the edge again. Chain 1, and then let's stop there. And we can change color again. So let me grab my ivory yarn, which is still connected to the bottom. Let me lay it over my hook, pull it through. By the way, let me cut the gold yarn. Okay. Work a slip stitch, pull it snug, and chain 4. And turn the work. Three double crochets and a chain 1. All the way across the row. Yeah, this is not actually white yarn, it's ivory. All the way across the row. So, it's very repetitive. That's why crochet is very relaxing. Sometimes what I'll do, I sometimes will go on YouTube and watch a channel called The Proper People. Sorry about that. They're urban explorers. They're 2 guys out of Orlando. And they have some really interesting videos on some very, very interesting places they have been. Be nice to be able to travel and see those places. Oh, let's take a look at this real quick. Ooh. How lovely is that? Wow. This really would make a really nice looking cowl. Infinity scarf, whichever. Infinity cowl if you prefer. And we're back at the edge again. Now let's say that we actually, we're okay with this height here on this side. So what we're going to do here, we're going to chain 1, okay, work a double crochet, and then chain 4. We don't even do our 3 double crochets in that space. We're going to turn the work. This is going to be interesting. And normally we would work into this hole here. No. We're going to jump over that and work into the next one. That's going to form an edge. So we just continue as usual. And by the way, it usually is a very good idea when you decide that you're not going to grow that edge to put a stitch marker in there. So let me take a stitch marker, or you can use a piece of yarn. I'm going to use a stitch marker to indicate which edge I am not going to increase. Okay? So every time I see that, I know I'm not going to go any higher. Chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1. This little plastic stitch marker is going to tap on the desk and it's going to make me crazy. 3 double crochet, but it's useful to have it there. Chain 1, chain 1, chain 1, 3 double crochets. It does take a little while to get all the way across the row. By the way, this is why I say that every crocheter, when they make an item, if you want to make an item and sell it, charge for your labor and do so well. Look at what we got here. This is very nice. Look at that. 3 double crochets. Chain 1, 3 double crochet. Did we mention 3 double crochets? I think we may have said 3 double crochets. Chain 1. Now we're going to continue to grow this side a little bit more. So we're going to chain 1 and add that other double crochet. Okay, so now we're going to chain 4. We're going to do our 3rd row of ivory, turn the work. That's really, really pretty, really nice. Into the first chain space, we start working. I'm also doing an afghan in navy blue and white in this pattern. I'm doing just mostly navy blue, like 15 rows of navy blue, and like 2 rows of white, then 15 rows of navy blue, and 2 rows of white, keeping it very, very simple. I think that the granny stitch, I guess you'd call it granny pattern, I think that's one of Fiber Spider's favorite stitches to do. Fiber Spider really loves the granny, and it's taken me a little while to get used to it. I always thought the granny was like, oh, it's beginner stuff. But I think, you know, when you think about it, it really is a very, very versatile stitch. You can do a lot of really nice things with the granny stitch that just looks so great and so lovely. I'm kind of now wanting to turn this into a cowl or an afghan or something, because just randomly I picked these colors and they look great. Keep going. Oh, I'd have some music on, but that would probably violate some kind of copyright or something, so I'm not going to do it. Not gonna do it. Right? We can't be violating no copyright around here. Federal Trade Commission takes that pretty seriously, actually. So let's not do that. Chain 1, 3 double crochet, Ooh, we're getting close to the stitch marker. Oops. I really need to stop doing that, don't I? Hand's getting clammy again. So now that we're over here at the stitch marker, all we want to do, double crochet, right, and chain 4. Okay, pause, let's take a look. It's a little hard to see with this, but this is going to start forming an edge that comes across the top. You'll be able to see it in just a little bit. And I am going to have to stop rowing this other corner down here. So, and it's basically the same thing. You don't work in the first space there. You jump over that, work in the next one. So, we're not going to work in the first space. We're going to work in the next one. Yep, if you can do a double crochet and a chain stitch, this is a very simple, almost mindless pattern. But as you can see, when you do it in interesting colors, it looks great. So we'll keep going. Part of me does want to turn this into a cowl. Who knows, maybe when I'm done with the tutorial, I will do that, because I can. Okay, here we go. Very good. Oops, here we go. Even though it's not really very cold here in the Sunshine State, so wearing a cowl, especially an acrylic yarn cowl, it's too warm. It really is. It is just too warm. It helps to every so often stop and take a look at your work and make sure everything's right. I'm also doing a it's like a serape in this pattern in ivory and black. I haven't completed it yet though. It's because this stitch is so easy. Chain 1, we're almost to the end. Almost there. Almost there. Stop bumping the camera. Makes me mess up my stitches. Okay, there we go. Chain 1. And let's not increase this any further. Okay? We're going to stop there. Besides, we have our 4 rows of ivory. You know, 4 rows of each color. Ivory, green, gold, ivory. And if you take a look over here in this corner, this is coming straight up. It's not going out any further. Ooh. Ooh. So, let me go back to this. Run over. And we'll stop there. Next color will be green. Okay, hold on. Gotta snip the ivory. Finish this off with green. Oops, slip stitch, pull it down really tight, 1, 2, 3, 4, turn the work, got a lot of tails to sew in. Notice that because I'm doing even numbers of rows, all the tails are on one side. So since we're, let's not row this any further. Let's jump over this and work into this. Okay. Give me a minute. I need a little bit of water. Maybe on. Oh my goodness. Okay. Just keep working. Same thing, 3 double crochets and a chain 1. And you could do 2 rows of each color, you could do 5 rows of each color, 12 rows of each color, whatever you want to do. You could do 12 rows of one color and maybe 2 of each other color. You can mix it up as much as you want. It's your project, it's your art. I'm going to pass that on because when I heard Mikey Selleck of the Crochet Crowd say it to me, it was one of the most, well, not to me, but he said it in a video for his viewers to hear. And it made such a huge difference to me. It gave me permission to experiment and to do things different if I wanted to. In all of my years of like art classes and stuff, I had never heard that. And to me, it was very important to hear that. Now we're back at the edge. Here we go. I'm going to double crochet, chain 4. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, this will be fabulous. Look at that. Look at how this line is coming up nice and neat there. See? So we're going to jump over the first one, go into the next space. My cat Gus is on the floor right at my feet. He's a little black cat that I adopted in 2008. Oops, my apologies. He was a tiny, like about a 3-month-old kitten when he was found on the rooftop of one of my coworkers in a tropical storm. She was unable to keep him, so I took him and named him after the storm, Gustav. And he is my little sweet baby. Continue working across. Chain 1. We're almost there. We're almost to the end. All right. So we just keep going. Like I said, this is why it's good to have a movie on or something. Crocheters often will. You know, they'll have a movie on, but their eyes will be on their work. So they won't even know what the characters of the movie look like. Yeah, I saw that movie, sort of, but not really. I mean, I was kind of busy crocheting at the time. We just get to a point where we don't like our hands to be still. Okay, so we do our 1 double crochet there, okay, because we're at the end again. All right, we chain 4. we're going to come across. Show you what's happening up here. Here's a corner up here. This is starting to form an edge. This is coming down here. Here's our corner where we began. Here's the other side. Can't get the whole thing in the picture. That really would make such a pretty cowl. Like that. So, jump over the first, go into the second. I keep doing that. I need to stop. There we go. Oh. Ooh. Back is starting to hurt a little bit. Yeah, it happens sometimes. And the yarn is making my hands warm. Hi, Gus. Hi, sweet baby. Yeah. Did you get your treat? Bet you did. I bet you did, baby. He's such a sweet little man. He looks funny right now. He's a black cat. But we had to have his fur shaved because he was getting mats in his fur. And his fur hasn't quite grown back in yet. That was in July. I'm not sure why his fur is not really growing back in yet. Wow, I've been filming almost an hour. I need to stop that. I do that because of the clamminess of my hands. I'm trying to get the yarn to slide over my fingers. Okay. It's all about the 3 double crochets. Okay. Ooh. Let's take a look here. Yep, that side is growing. Well, it's doing very well. This is great. This corner over here, it's making a straight line going up there. This could be over a little bit more. Just a little bit. Yeah. I need another fan. Keep working the double crochets. Okay, here we go. And we work another double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn the work, and we have 3 green rows out of 4. Jump over this one, work into the next one. Just keep going. Okay, here we go. Keep going. Chain 1. Chain 1. Phew. One more space and then we're at the edge. And now we just do our 1 double crochet on the edge and chain 4. We're just gonna turn the work. And actually we're at 4 rows of green, so it's time to change color to gold. So let me actually go back, pull that out. Good thing I caught that. Let's take our gold yarn. I'm going to pull that out one more. Snip the green. And we're going to do our chain 1. Start to work the double crochet. Stop there. Take the gold yarn. Yeah, I don't want to leave a 10-foot tail. I do like to have a long tail, but not a 10-foot one. I don't need one that's 25 feet long. Okay, good. What I'm going to do, work a slip stitch here, and chain 4, and turn the work. So we can go back across. We jump across the first square, the first space. See, because this is what's going to bring it in and make it like a rectangle shape, or you could do a square. Jumping over that first one is what creates that edge, that little side, so it doesn't go further out. So you just work all the way across. Now I know I do crochet with some quickness, not as quick as some. There's faster than me, but the video can be played back at a slower pace so you can just watch what's happening. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, we're on that side again. So you chain 4, turn the work. God, this would make the most amazing cowl. If I say so myself. See, we've got our edge up here at the top. That's our top edge. So we jump over the first one, start working in the second one. There we go. And if you use a self-striping yarn or some kind of variegated yarn, you can just keep going. You don't have to change colors if you don't want to. And this will turn out absolutely fabulous. Okay, so we're back here at the end that quickly. See, now that we're bringing in the top row, there's fewer of these to get through. And eventually, it's going to meet at the top corner. And we started down here at this corner. So that's why I call this a corner-to-corner granny stripe. Because that's what that is. That's what you're looking at. So, we're going to chain 4 and turn the work. Okay, skip over this one, work into the next one. chain 1, 3 doubles, 1 chain. This is the decrease, by the way. These are decreased rows. Instead of expanding and putting on another set of double crochets, you just do 1 and turn the work and go back across. We're back at the edge that quickly. 1 double crochet. Look at this. Look at how short that row is now. So this is going to be our 4th row of gold. So it's chain 4. And work our way back across. Jump over the first one, the first space, go into the second space. Just keep going from there. Yeah, it's a little addictive. I'm sure that knitters feel the same way. I cannot knit myself, except in Tunisian crochet. There we go. We've completed that row. We've completed our set of 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of gold. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this in gold. I don't see any point in changing color right now. So what we'll do, 1, 2, 3, 4, turn the work. See, look at how short that row is now. Skip over the first one, go into the next one. Sorry. There we go. Needed to pull some more yarn off of my skein. Go into the next one. Work the double crochets. Chain 1. Now we just do the double crochet, chain 4, turn the work. Look at that. Look at that. Skip this one, go into the next one. Okay, chain 1. Isn't that amazing? So let's take a look at this. Let's see what we've got. Wow, look at that. Let's see if I can move it. And there you go. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 of those clusters. Oh, I need another one. Ooh, I need another one. Ooh, goodness me. No, actually, no, you don't. You don't need another one. Let me snip the yarn. There we go. Finish it off. I could continue this. I could, you know, keep going. But I do not think I need to. And there's your corner to corner granny pattern. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Looks kind of weird with 6 rows up here. But that's okay. I like it. I like these colors. I like the stitch. I like the way it is. It's amazing.